I'm going to walk you through a rundown of the assassination attempt on Trump from yesterday, 9/15/2004. Now, this is pretty interesting that this guy went and camped out, had supplies, had backpacks, had an AK style weapon in place, and was waiting for Trump to approach to a certain area of the golf course so that he could have an up close and personal shot. Even though the rifle is a high power rifle capable of long ranges, he was within about 400 yards, is what the best estimates are being released right now. And Ryan Routh of North Carolina is a very politically minded person. It is very evident from all the social media posts, information gathering that's happened so far. This guy stays on top of world events, national politics. He's in it. The other thing to profile him that's very important that we need to recognize is that he is a hands-on, do-it-yourself kind of person. If you look at his track record, he even flew to Ukraine. He even raised money himself. He even puts himself on as close as he can get to the front lines of those endeavors. So he is very much I'm just going to get the job done myself. I can do it better than somebody else. Now, flip that into a very dangerous capacity. Trump needs to be eliminated. This quote unquote evil man that's going to destroy democracy needs to go away. Well, he's the hands on kind of guy that's going to do it. That's a profile mindset people are not really bringing up yet. A couple of things that happened. Secret Service had a good response. They were doing counter measures leading up to the future holes that Trump would be playing. The Secret Service officer identified the threat, saw the barrel, pointed in the direction. That's a deadly force situation. He engages with the sniper in sniper position, and cowards do what cowards always will do, which is they run. So he drops what he's doing and he runs, flees in his black Nissan, and the police pursuit entails after that. Good police tactics. If you hear any of the stories, watching the videos, they bob and weave through traffic. They shut down lanes of traffic that isolated bystander and citizen crossfire and potential collateral damage until they finally got him under control and took him into custody. I want everyone to pay attention to how the following investigation is going to go over the next several days, because in the first several hours we already have phone records, social media accounts, a lot of his communication logs, and there's a lot already being released much faster than the Butler County assassination attempt, which I find very interesting. And I think it's because we're in a second attempt and really there's no excuses for this type of behavior. So the thing I want to also address is about the leadership here. Trump has made his statements. I'm not even going to jump in those, but Kamala, she put out her 2 sentences on social media, basically saying, "Oh, we condone violence. Glad he's okay." That's pretty weak. There needs to be much more brazen statements. At least Joe Biden gave a much fuller statement, a little more heartfelt statement that actually said, "Hey, I'm glad Donald Trump is okay." We could feel that one a little bit. So kudos to Biden actually doing a better statement when one of your political rivals is put in life-threatening danger. The responses also are being called for additional security, additional secret services, and this excuse of we don't have the money or manpower. I'm not sure with 8,000 members plus of the Secret Service in a $3 billion budget, plus a magic wand that you can wave in the government to allocate weak resources through executive order, or they have these rainy day accounts and all kinds of things. It is absolutely unacceptable not to give everything that we need. He has a foreign threat, now 2 domestic assassination attempts. It is incredible that he would not be given the fullest ability that the Secret Service has to keep this man safe. What the response should be coming from the president and the vice president saying, "Hey, we're going to do whatever it takes. We're going to provide all the resources necessary to keep this man alive. We're going to protect one of the former leaders of this country and potential future leaders of this country. We're going to do what it takes, even though he's a political rival. We're going to keep this man safe." Wouldn't that be a leadership statement? I'm sure if the roles were reversed, all of the same barking and yelping would be occurring, and Donald Trump would then need to say, "I'm going to keep my political rival with all the resources available at my disposal to keep them safe at all costs." That's how leadership works. That's how genuine humanity works. So absolutely must go both ways. The United States is absolutely responsible for protecting all of its citizens, but there's got to be some serious due diligence put in as well to protecting its leaders, some serious focus to those who have credible threats, credible attempts on their lives. Our leaders must be kept safe so they can do just that. We will fall into anarchy real quick if our leaders keep getting assassination attempts or even get assassinated and picked off. It is such a shame that all of the media out there, the mainstream media in particular, the certain pushes of creating hate against an individual. You should absolutely point out, I disagree with the opinions, I disagree with the policies, I disagree with the methodology in which you lead or do your executive orders or whatever it is. But to call people Hitler, to call people Satan, to call people the destroyer of democracy and the greatest threat and evil to this country or world, that type of language takes people who are predisposed to behavior like Ryan Ralph, and it amplifies them into taking action. There is a responsibility to have for somebody that, just like they would incite a riot, somebody would incite an assassination attempt. So watch his communication logs, watch where he was coming and going, because he camped out for a while at this golf course leading up to the event, because it was a quasi last minute decision for Trump to play there. But you need to help protect your leaders at all cost. You need to see something and say something if somebody is rattling off about doing something of this nature. And if there's this startling behavior, there's an old statistic that 88% of all active shooter incidents that have taken place in the United States could be prevented because the shooter told them what they were going to do in some capacity. Assassination attempts are actually fairly similar, that they're going to let somebody know that they're going to try, they're going to get the resources to, they ought to go down there and do this thing right away, and they watch the preparation steps. If you see something, you say something. And here's the most saddening part of it all. This will not be the last attempt on Donald Trump's life. Not before the election, and if he wins, certainly not after the election. Keep everyone safe, and you be safe as well.